I bought one of these a long while ago when I was looking into hydroponics. It is a submersible pump, 12 volt, designed for caravans, just to pump water out of the taps from the tank. And it worked for a while, and then I lost interest and left the thing sitting in a bucket of water which dried out and blah blah blah. Pump doesn't work anymore. When you connect it to 12 volts, it ticks, but it doesn't go, and if you reverse polarize it, no joy. My first thought was it was furred up. I live in a hard water area, so I steeped it in toilet duct, basically. Tried to defur it, did descale it, didn't work. So anyway, I thought it'd be interesting to see what's inside it. I haven't found anything on the internet about what's inside it, and ultimately to find out why it went wrong. Of course it will be destroyed by the time I find out, but anyway, it might be interesting, and thought I'd bring you along. So let's crack into it. Aha! I have got eye protection on, by the way. I've had one of these fly apart and hit me in the face, and it's a salutary lesson. Anyway, the reveal. Oh, surely that's not a pivot. That is a pivot point. Actually, I don't know what that is. We'll find out maybe. So this is where the water comes in, and it just comes in through here and comes around the outside of this case, and the inside of this case presumably disappears up there. I don't know why it would take such a circuitous route, but I can see a seal around here, so I'll set about removing that now. No, crack on. I can see them all the way through in some parts and not in others. Oof, that's smelling bad. I'll probably pick the dumbest place to go through. But of course you don't know until you know. But anyway, it's gone through now. And this is what we're seeing. Now that's interesting. What is that in there? What is that? It's black. Some sort of sealant. That's obviously the interestingly, it was an immersible pump, you remember, and once I cut through that, I was able to do this, which tells you that that sealant isn't really waterproof, is it? Or you wouldn't be able to do that. But there's the electric motor. So I'm still struggling to understand how this thing pumps. Let me get some more tools. I'll get rid of these wires to start with. I assume there's nothing of interest left in that. I might come back to it if I discover otherwise. So now we've got this. I think that's to hold that centrally, although frankly it's so tight it won't come undone anyway. I think we go back to Mr. Non-Dremel. But what are we going to chop down? I think I'll do a ventral incision and then see what we do, see what we find. I'm worried if that disc breaks now, it'll perhaps hurt my little handy. But being all man, I'm going to just cast these concerns aside in a pathetic attempt to earn your admiration or at least acceptance. Okay, I've no idea what I'm going to look, by the way. Yeah, still not coming apart. It's just got to go deeper, baby. Maybe I can prise those apart with the right tool. Which of course is always the tool you don't currently have access to. I don't know. Ah, yes. Resist me now, you mud. I'm gonna undress you, baby. You are coming to daddy. Oh, aren't you a little? It's certainly taken its pound of flesh. Oh right, well now you can see that the... Well, let's just get that whole thing out. I wonder if that... I wonder if this pathetic little thing here was actually the pump in its entirety. This was what the pump was, this little spinning paddle, which I think has got something like a 12-foot head. You know, it's a serious piece of pump. There's nothing else in there that could have been the pump. There's that empty cowling there. There's this inlet pipe here. Let's take that out. Water comes in there, finds itself in here. I think that's what it is. It's just that thing attached to a motor. And these things are like 26 quid, which is frankly absurd. I'm just going to get that off because it doesn't want to come off, and I need to show it that I am the man. Well, that's really the end of the story. Here is an electric motor, a cheap and nasty one. It's frozen up. I've freed it somewhat. It's got a rubber seal there, what used to be a rubber seal there. You can see that it's become drenched because the seal was crap, and the pump was simply this thing rotating. Where was it? It was in there. It was in the bottom there. You could see it like that, couldn't you? So there's the water. Water comes in. I've lost my... no, that's right. This was like that, wasn't it? This was on here. This was in there. This was in... Yeah, this was the motor was in here. This was in here. This was in here. So water is sucked in the bottom under the influence of this impeller. Was somehow mysteriously, maybe there's a slight twist on these, sent up the outside of the pump, of the motor, and out the top, where allegedly we get a 12-foot head. Somewhere in there it leaked. We saw that you could actually pull the flex through this, so that wasn't watertight. So water got in and buggered the motor up, and it doesn't want to turn. It's covered in crud. Would probably never work again. That's really all there is to say, I think. I hope you found that interesting. It's just really low levels of technology that can take in many thousands of times £26 for your Caravan pump, and it has a nice little symbol on the front, and these are the best ones, these are what everyone has. But you know, if it's well designed and it does the job, and 26 quid is perhaps not unreasonable. Why not? It may have cost you 3 quid to make, but so what? You've managed to give the public something they want at a price they can afford or want to pay. Lesson learned.